Hi, I'm Eve Menezes Cunningham, and welcome to the Feel Better Everyday podcast, helping you connect with and take better care of yourself and create a life you don't need to retreat from. Welcome to episode 6 of the Feel Better Everyday podcast, and today's guest is soulful money coach Sarupa Shah, the soul agent. And I especially loved, well, there were so many things, her smiling at herself, but the art of doing nothing is the thing that challenged me the most, thinking even with this being my work, I do still find it very challenging, and she makes the art of doing nothing sound so appealing. When did you last do absolutely nothing? How do you feel when you even listen to this episode and imagine yourself not doing your nails, not meditating, not reading, not sorting anything out, not even being open to solutions, just literally doing nothing? I hope you love the episode as much as I do. And please subscribe for future episodes, like, comment, review, and help as many people as possible access this if you think it's helpful. So welcome, Sarupa Shah. Thank you so much for joining me for the Feel Better Everyday podcast.
Thank you for having me. I was so excited when you invited me.
And this is the first time I think we've spoken face to face, albeit on the computer, but we've been
absolutely.
online friends for a long time.
I know, it's brilliant.
And you do work with women around soul and money.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing it, and what are you working on at the moment?
You know, now as I've got older, when people ask me how long I've been doing something, I don't want to say because it means that I'm aging myself. I've become really conscious of this, but I started doing money work around 2011. But prior to that, I was doing more of the traditional spiritual work, you know, the workshops of angels and guides, healing and stuff like that. But I was working initially, and I was really heavily into business and having a good time and having a good life, and I wanted to marry the two. And realize that people use money. We all use money as an excuse, but particularly with people would come up to me and go, I want to find out what my soul purpose is. And I'd be like, okay, I can help you with that. But then they wouldn't do anything with it. So I really thought, why? And it was, they didn't want to leave their work. Not that your soul purpose is a job. You know, people have narrowed it, but it was that thing of, well, I can't move country, or I can't do something, or I can't retrain, or I can't learn a new skill because I'm not sure about the money, or I can't go on retreat, or I can't spend time on myself, which fits with all of this. So it is a self-care issue, but it's really a gateway to who are you, what's your value, and why are you here? You know, so when people work with me, it's very different to, they kind of suddenly realize, oh, it's not about money. My relationships have changed. My health has changed. My perception of myself has changed. You're like, and my courage of who I am. So that was like, money's that portal. But it's been 20 years plus at least.
Brilliant.
General,
Okay.
But obviously I'm only 21.
See, I'm 47 and I love every year, each birthday. I'm like, woohoo, made it to another one.
I do love it. And it's funny because I'm going to a pub that I used to go to in my 20s on Sunday, and I just thought, whenever I've done something like that, I always come out thinking, I'm so glad I'm the age I am.
Absolutely.
Because I can't hear people when the music's too loud anymore.
Oh, so you mentioned briefly morning routine already, but tell me about your ideal morning routine. If you had all the time and energy in the world, what would you love to do every morning?
I have to say I've got it that way because all these years of working for myself, and obviously there's been blips and there will be blips because there's not perfection. But one of the things about having my own business, you know, when people ask you what your values are, mine was freedom. And then, of course, what we all do is turn it into a job. You know, we work really like 7 days a week suddenly. And now with social media and our smartphones, we're almost working 20 hours a day if we're awake 20 hours a day. You know, I'll just check, I'll just reply, I'll just comment. Oh, I've thought of a post.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. We all do. oh, I've got Canva on my phone. I'll just make a few images for next week. And I'm like, oh, MG, what am I doing? So it was freedom, and it was the freedom to not work. And I was a very strange employed person because I only worked part-time generally,
Okay.
So I'd have midweek off, and there was something really special about having a Wednesday off. It wasn't because of the old Wednesdays off, because you got lots more done than you did if you just had a Saturday, Sunday. Saturday, Sundays were packed with, when you were younger, going out and so much social stuff. So I really, especially last few years, really looked at that issue or challenge, or like explored, how free do I feel? Because why am I getting up and picking up the phone? So the way I get up, I don't like. I used to hate having to wake up to an alarm.
Uh-huh.
And of course, sometimes I have to set an alarm because I have early calls with people in different parts of the world.
Mm-hmm.
But I get up slowly. So I stay in bed and just ponder and send out a little thank you, or just do a moment of reflection. And I also think it's nicer for my muscles in the winter.
Yeah.
These shock jump out of bed, and because it really puts me in a grump.
Yeah.
That rush to, and weirdly, I don't have a shower in the morning. I like to have a bath in the afternoon or a shower in the afternoon because it just all feels more relaxed. Otherwise, it's this, need to get on with the day. My God, it's 10 o'clock, it's 10:30 and I haven't started anything. So it's the slowing down of the morning. And I used to meditate in bed, but that was deadly because it was quite easy to fall asleep. And people still say to me, oh, I meditated, it was so good, I was asleep. I said, no, you were asleep.
That's not meditation.
It's not it's lovely relaxation, but it's not meditation. So been really, kind of given those insights about, get up out of bed to meditate. It's not, because we do associate bed with sleep. It is a place to sleep, or maybe chill and read a book or whatever, but it's not a place of meditation. So I always get up or make myself a coffee, then come and sit in here, because I've got the sort of sitting room area on my right, and we'll meditate, ponder what's come from the meditation, because the type of meditation I do is quite specific, and sometimes it feels like I don't know what I got. Sometimes it's like I got a word. What the heck does that mean? And sometimes I get more clarity as I ponder, or I just think, all right, the clarity will come in the day. But I do spend a lot of time just pondering in the morning, connecting with myself.
Brilliant.
And then I have like a.
So you mean that highest, wisest, truest part of yourself?
Yeah. But it's not like a deliberate thing. If someone said, well, how do you do that? I just spend time with myself. I think we don't spend time with ourselves. We spend time with others, and we give our attention to others. So I just give my attention to me. And then I have a kind of smorgasbord of things I could do. So I might do journaling, I might do affirming, I might do both. I might look in this mirror here and affirm, or I might look in the mirror and say, I love you, or smile at me. There's just a little bit of different things that either I know because I've had a kind of intuitive hit for, or I just feel like I haven't done this for a while. And there might be another specific meditation that I'm working on in terms of development and growth, because obviously there's different types of meditation as well, different journeys, and there might be visualization involved. And some days, that can be done in 15 minutes. Some days, then it's a lovely 1 hour,
Yeah.
And some of it is dependent on, what's going on. So if I've got a 6 o'clock in the morning call, I'm not going to get up at 4:30 to sit and have an hour. So there's a prayer I do. So I'll do that prayer in the morning and sit and meditate and connect, and then follow up after.
Yeah.
So it's because one of the things I think that I also learned over the years was the obligation. When you turn it into a tick box exercise, it's like when you brush your teeth. You can brush your teeth like, done it mechanically, or after you've gone to the dentist or before you've gone to the dentist, you remember it's you're supposed to be doing 30 seconds on this side, 30 seconds, and then you become really conscious with it. And then slowly, you're like out of the house type of thing. So it's about being really conscious and present, I think.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if you read a page out of a book, if that's your, at the moment decision for spending your first thing in the morning. But it really is about being present. And I realized that there were times when I was thinking, I've got to do this.
Yeah.
Came this, and I love to do lists, but it just became an obligation list, which is a very different type of to-do list. So there was it was just going through the motions,
Okay.
and I'm sure that'll happen again, but it's just being aware.
We're human, aren't we? So what about on those times when you call them blips, where it's the bare minimum? What's your go-to?
So there's a prayer. So like this morning, I had a little bit of a rush out of the house, sort of life emergency. So I didn't even sit. In fact, I stood in here, just closed my eyes, because there is this, we have in this world, and as humans, we have this misconception that I've got so much to do, I haven't got time for me. I haven't got time for me. And actually, when we slow down and connect, we get more done anyway.
Absolutely.
And I wish I could explain it to people scientifically. There is probably science behind it, some physics, but it's just the law of magic, the universe. Slow down and you will speed up without realizing.
Yeah.
If you try and speed up, you will trip up.
Yeah.
That's when we make mistakes or get really stressed and snappy and, whatever. So I stood and I say a prayer that we've been taught, which is just the Spirit's prayer. You can say anything. You could say your affirmation. You could just say, I am calm, I am calm, I am peaceful, whatever it is that you choose to do, because it isn't that anything is better or worse, because it's that connection to self. It might be that you just smile at the mirror, you stop for 15 seconds, 20 seconds. And that can feel like a really long time when I haven't got time.
Yeah.
And then normally 15 seconds is really quick. But when you're telling yourself, I just haven't got time for this.
Yeah.
It's like forever, which is your energy slowing down, which is beautiful and exactly what you want.
Wonderful. And what about later in the day and getting ready for bed? What are your ideal practices and habits? And what would be essential no matter what's going on in your life?
I don't have anything as essential. I don't do that, because that's when the panic, for me, and I think for a lot of people, that's when the panic comes in. Because if your routine is changed, if you're at somebody's house, or if you're not feeling well, or if you're on holiday and you've had a late night and a few drinks, as some people do, it's not about making anything essential, because then then the energy of it almost becomes like a superstition that I didn't do that, no wonder I've got a bad day. When we start to say I've walked under a ladder and everything's going to go wrong, or I accidentally put my umbrella up in the house and I'm going to have 7 years, I've broken a mirror, 7 years of bad luck. It's all nonsense. But quite often I like a midday meditation. So I do like midday, early, mid-afternoon meditation. That's when I can get more journaly, because also you've gone through the day and realized something from the meditation in the morning, or something you've hit a point where you're like, I'm going around in circles, or actually I feel like I just want some clarity or some space, or I'm been so busy that that my mind wants to say you haven't got time to stop. And as soon as I hear my mind say that, I'll stop in the afternoon and do the same. I also do a lot of doing nothing in the afternoon.
I love it.
And that's a massive ritual. And people say to me, oh yeah, I did nothing, I meditated. I said, well, that's not doing nothing.
No.
Or I read my book. No, that's not doing nothing. Oh, I sorted out this problem in my head. No, that's not doing nothing. Doing nothing is actually quite, it appears complicated because we've made it complicated, because we've made it the opposite of working or doing all the things that we love to do that are traditionally self-care. Like, oh, I did my nails, that was me doing nothing. No, you did your nails. Really about emptying your mind, and anything coming in, you're like, so that's an art. So I call it my Barbara Cartland moments. I lie on the sofa and do nothing and zone out. But in the evening, I don't have so much of a ritual in the evening. And I don't know why. To be honest, my ritual in the evening is watching true crime. That's my bedtime because it puts me to bed. But I don't tend to. There will often be a thank you out. There may be particularly there'll be people that I've been sending healing to, like my loved ones and family who've given me permission to, that I will send a thought out to, see them in the healing light that I work with, or something. But there's nothing particularly that I do in the evening. As a rule, that's where it is. But there are little things that that could happen at certain times of growth. Sometimes I might just set, I have sometimes put things under my pillow. So if there's something that I'm really been resisting against growing, or something that I really want to grow into that I might not have been resisting, but I really want to, I'll write it out like an affirmation or something under my pillow and just leave it there. And then when I make the bed, sometimes I have to spend ages looking for it because I the pillow so hard the paper's gone flying. So it's all comedy moments, which makes growth fun. And sometimes I'll ask spirit or my soul to say, can I, when I wake up, can I have some clarity on this? If there's something. So there's always that dialogue that I'm having with my soul and with spirit, but I don't specifically do anything. And it's interesting because it's making me, I'm going to ponder on why I don't.
I'm hearing loads of do's. I'm thinking for someone who's saying, I don't do anything, you're giving us gold.
I really don't. And I think that the thing is fluidity, because a lot of people have said to me over the years, I find, like, if you've got young kids that you're getting out to school, I completely get you're not going to even be able to sit and have a coffee on your own in the morning. So I say, well, do it at lunchtime. Of course, a morning is better for some things, some things are better at night because it sets the energy for our day, but they can be 2 minutes, they can be 3 minutes, and then you can come back and do your journaling and your meditation after you've had that morning school drop off rush, everybody's left the house, now you've got peace. Or if you're working, it might have to be when you come back from work, or you might have to get up 15 minutes earlier. There are things that we need to do. I used to tell myself I couldn't do it in a hotel room when I was sharing with people, and then I realized all I have to do is wake up earlier. As long as it's not snowing and raining, it's easy for me to pop outside, and even if I have to wear a little coat and scarf and everything and sit on a bench and do some pondering and journaling and have that space and time. And sometimes when I used to work, I'd do it in the toilet. And as women, we get to lock a cubicle, and it's not the most pleasant. I'm not saying it should be a rule, but it can work, where you just think, well, I just need a moment just to tune in to myself, ground, or something, or just let go of something that's just happened in a meeting. So there are lots of little ways and places we can do it without needing, it would be wonderful if we all had little meditation rooms and special, lovely cushions and crystals and lighting, but it's not always possible.
No, you're absolutely right. It's about taking time for yourself, literally, wherever you are, whatever resources you have. I love what you're saying, even just smiling at your reflection for 15 seconds.
I remember when that was given to me. I was doing a retreat in Spain, and I asked Spirit, I said, so what do I need to do? I think they would say marketing and videos and promoting. Smile at yourself in the mirror. And I went, oh, okay. And then when I did smile at myself, I realized, oh my God, you never smile. I smile at everybody. I smile walking down the street. People must think I'm a bit batty. I never smile at myself. Because we're always looking, I've got a wrinkle, I've got a hair now, my age, I've got a hair, I don't like the way my hair is. We're just having this constant conversation, or, my makeup looks nice. It's not always critical. But I realised, I don't smile at myself for the sake of smiling. So it's one of the most beautiful things we can do for ourselves. But it's being fluid with it, you know, that trapping it to it being a morning and then just evening, and what sandwiches because at some point people start like that, and I think then you've got to look at, well, hang on, what am I doing in the rest of the day? Am I that shifted? Does my morning practice need to change? Have I become automated? And that kind of takes an awareness. And sometimes it's not comfortable, because that's when I learned that, oh, yeah, you're doing things out of obligation, Sarupa.
Yeah.
And at that point, I did give up doing anything, because it's like, right, clean the slate.
Reset.
Stop. Yeah, totally stop. Don't do it. Do not do it. And of course, that made me want to do it even more. But then it came into, well, this is what I really want to do. This, not because I've read this in a book or I heard somebody say they do this, so I've got to do this because I think they're having a great life and I want to be like them. Because we all do that, we think, oh, that's a really good practice. I quite like that. But it might not be right for us.
That's why I'm talking to people across the board for this. So it's brilliant.
Yeah.
What do you wish you'd known when you were starting out that you know now? What advice, what love would you send back to younger Sarupa?
Stop trying to be perfect, and stop trying to be perfect, and stop worrying that you've got it wrong, because we will get it wrong, because that's part of growth. Like you look at a baby, toddler, when they're learning how to walk, they fall, get up, fall, get up, fall, get up. And we as adults suddenly think, oh, I've fallen, then I'm nothing, I'm a nobody, and I've got to pretend that I'm okay. It's like, no. And the journey of growth is not a straight line. We see the memes, but we all go, yeah, but we don't really believe it for ourselves. So I want to send that back, and to tell her that what you love this year, next year will be potentially out of date for you. Some things won't be, some things might be. Some of our journaling prompts and affirmations, we're supposed to grow out of things, and we're supposed to realize, oh, that's how I was limiting myself doing that exercise. But that can only come when you've gone through the journey. So don't try and be perfect.
I absolutely love it. How can people find you? I'm going to have all the information in the show notes as well.
Yeah, thank you. So you can, if you search for me on, I'm connected to Eve on social media. I think we've connected on Instagram and Facebook, so you can find me through even Eve's friend list. But Sarupa Shah, so you can look for me. My website is thesoulagentblog.com and thesoulagency.com. The blog obviously has an absolute wondrous library of articles around money, purpose, energy, and all those things. And if you're into that, and if you see yourself as an aspiring heart-centered person, you'll love it there. But yeah, find me in those ways. And if there's something that I've said that you agree with or even disagree with, and you want to share it with me, please just comment, and let's have a conversation and connection.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. It's been delightful, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Aww. Thank you for listening to episode 6 of the Feel Better Everyday podcast. I would love to know, when did you last smile at yourself when you saw your reflection? Like actually smile at yourself like you were a person you loved or at least cared about even a little bit. And also, how did you get on with the art of doing nothing, even just listening to that section of the interview and imagining doing nothing? I'd love to hear from you. Do comment. You can get in touch via the feelbettereverydaypodcast.com, and please subscribe, share, comment, review, rate, all the things. Help as many people as possible listen if you enjoyed it and think they might enjoy it too. Thank you. Next week's guest is the best-selling author Nick Williams, author of The Work We Were Born to Do. He is always delightful, and I'm really looking forward to sharing his episode next week.